Good morning again. This show I'm going to continue talking about fulfilling responsibility as far as committing sin is concerned. And when I say fulfill responsibility, be responsible for our sins, what I'm saying is that whoever committed sin, that's the person responsible for it. And that's the way God looks at it. God says that if a dad sins, then the son is not responsible for his dad's sins. And if the son sins, the dad is not responsible for his son's sins. So the son is not responsible for his dad's sins, and the dad is not responsible for his son's sins. That's the way it is. And that's the way it is. That's the way all humanity, that's the way God operates. Every human being that committed sin, then you are responsible for that sin. And he told us how we are to be forgiven for it. Remember, we said that in order to be forgiven for your sins, you got to go to God. And now, God is the one, he's the one that give us, he's the one that give us the way he wants things to be. God wants to tell us that. And it's God's creation because he's the creator. He's the one that brought everything that exists. He brought everything into existence except for himself because he's always existed. He has no end to him. He's eternal. But everything else was brought into existence by God. Now, so God has the right and he has the authority and the power to say how things are going to be. And can't nobody change. When God says it's going to be that way, that's the way it's going to be. Can't nobody change that. And nobody can change. Man can't change, a woman can't. Nothing that exists can change what God put in force. Okay, he said to be forgiven for your sins, you got to go to him. Now, in the Christian faith, they say that the Romans said that the only thing you got to do to be forgiven for sin is believe in the death, burial, and resurrection of the Christian Messiah. If you do that, you'll be saved. Now, that's not what God says. That's what the Romans say. That's what's written in the New Testament. That's what it says, because the Romans wrote it. So now, you got to make up your mind, if you want to be saved, you can't believe just in the death, burial, and resurrection. You can't believe in that at all. You got to go to God. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and ask him for forgiveness. That's the only way you can be forgiven.